watched a video about the conflict in Kashmir?
Yes, Mom, I'm doing the video. Hey guys! That was my mom bugging me about my homework. I got this awesome playmat at the Guardians Rising pre-release store, and today we're gonna go over Sableye. So, Sableye's attack, Junk Hunt, lets you put 2 items from your discard pile into your hand. That's really good. So, this deck's all about milling and disruption. So we've got 1 copy of the Sableye with limitation. Your opponent can't play any supporter cards. That's pretty good. But we're mainly focusing on this Sableye. That's why we have 3 of these and only 1 of that. So we got 2 Benelby. Burrow lets you discard the top card of your opponent's deck. And Barrage lets you attack twice. So that means you can discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. We got 2 Hawlucha, which is like a built-in Lysander, and 1 Shaman, which lets you draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Alright, so that's it for the Pokemon. Now we go on to the items. This deck is really focused on items, as you can see from Sableye's attack, and the only thing I have run into problems with is Seismic Toad. But only my sister plays Seismic Toad, so I won't be playing it a lot. So, we've got 1 copy of Life Dew, which lets your opponent take 0 prize cards when they knock out Sableye, so that just helps stop them from taking prize cards while you're milling them. Alright, we've got 4 copies of VS Seeker, which is really helpful because it gets your supporter cards back. 1 copy of Roller Skates, flip a coin if heads, draw 3 cards. Remember, all these cards can be gotten back with Sableye. 1 Switch, you may switch one of your Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. 1 Big Malasada, heal 20 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. That's really useful. 2 Enhanced Hammer, discard a special energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. That can be reused with Sableye. That's one of the main reuse that you want to use. 3 copies of Revive to get your Sableye back. 2 copies of Crushing Hammer, flip a coin if heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Like, Enhanced Hammer, but works on any energy, not just special. 1 Floral Crown, at the end of your opponent's turn, heal 20 damage from the basic Pokemon this card is attached to. That kind of helps. 1 Pokemon Catcher, which is basically a Lysander, but in item form, so you don't have to waste your Lysander. 1 Robo Substitute, which is basically like a 30 HP Pokemon that lets your opponent take no prize cards. 1 Recycle, flip a coin if heads, put a card from your discard pile back on the top of your deck. That can be used with Sableye to not only get trainer cards, but supporter cards, stadium cards, Sableye's other stuff back too. 1 Trick Shovel, discard the top cards of your opponent's deck. 1 Target Whistle, put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto his or her bench. 1 Floatstone, the Pokemon this card is attached to as a free retreat cost. So, that's it for the item cards. Life Dew is one of the main parts of this deck because it's really helpful since you can reuse it. 1 coal race. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the bench number of your both bench Pokemon. 1 judge. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck and draws 4 cards. That disrupts your opponent because regardless of hand, Sableye can keep going. 1 losses special. Draw a card for each of your opponent's bench basic Pokemon. 3 Bianca. Draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. I would replace these for Bicycle, but I don't have any. 3 Professor Sycamore. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. I know this is a bad supporter, but since it's a mill deck, you have like as many turns as you want, so you could still use Tierno maybe once, but I just put it in there. 1 Hex Maniac to turn off your opponent's abilities because of like Volcanion. 1 Psychic's Third Eye to look at your opponent's hand. 1 Team Flare Grunt. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. This can be used. All these supporters can be used and reused all the time by Junk Hunt and VS Seeker. It's just amazing. It has endless possibilities. 1 Olympia. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do heal 30 damage from the Pokemon you moved to the bench. 1 Skyla, which lets you search your deck for a trainer card and put it into your hand. 1 Pokemon Ranger to shut off like I don't know, Jolteon EX maybe, but we'll see.
Everybody loves her. Stop.
Hey Ramone, how are you?
You want to play with your toys?
Ramone decided to visit us. 1 Zerosic. Discard a tool or special energy attached to one of your Pokemon in play. One of the opponent's Pokemon in play. 2 Lysander. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with one of his or her active Pokemon. 1 Silent Lab, which turns off bench basic Pokemon's abilities. 2 Parallel City, just as like a Rayquaza counter. And 6 Dark Energies. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Good